What did you learn from seeing these guys under the lights last week?
Oh, disappointed. Saw how far we have to go. I really thought we'd perform better. Thought we'd play harder. So I'm disappointed. I think the guys were really disappointed when they watched the film, and we were able to, when those games come so quickly, there's not a lot of time to do film work in that. So we hadn't been together long. When I was telling them how poorly we were playing, I don't think they totally believed me or bought into the idea that we were as bad as we played. And that is no disrespect to UConn, because it's early in their season, it's early in everybody's season, but I was hoping we'd play a little better, and I think the guys, when we were able to get back here and watch film, I think they were very disappointed also.
What's been the reaction in practice, and what's kind of been your focus?
We had a great practice Tuesday. Monday was a day off. Great practice Tuesday. Yesterday we slipped a little bit. I was disappointed there, but I'm hoping they'll be sharp today, and we'll be ready to play a very talented and experienced Boise team. 6-1. Their loss to Iowa State was without their best player, their preseason player of the year in the Mountain West. They came back in that game from a 24-point deficit to have a shot to get it to 2. So very experienced, very well coached. Going to be a really tough game for us Friday night.
What do you kind of see as the issues right now?
Well, to simplify it for the guys, we kind of boiled it down to 3 things. Our ball movement offensively has to improve. Our purpose defensively, our attention to our fundamentals just not very good. We're out there with 5 different plans. We're not on the same page. And then our physicality on the boards has got to improve. So all 3 phases of the game, we feel not anywhere close on any of them. So we've got a tremendous amount of work to do. We knew that going into the tournament, but the tournament really pointed it out to even our guys. So.
Troy come on to PRI?
Troy won't play tomorrow. He's been out all week going through the concussion protocol, and so he will not play tomorrow.
This is kind of these 2 weeks. You have 1 game, and that's kind of the last time you're going to have. The week after, I think you have 3 games. Is this an important 2 weeks in terms of maybe having more practice time than you're going to get in a while?
And we're not really. Next week's finals, so that would be ideal. But we played Sunday. Monday was our day off, so we have a couple days here to practice and try to get ready without Troy. But next week's finals, and traditionally that hasn't been one of our better weeks of practice. So guys scrambling to make sure they got all their loose ends tied up and ready to go. So that traditionally hasn't been one of our better weeks of practice.
What is the adjustment without Troy?
Guys are going to have to step up. We'll insert somebody else in the starting lineup. I'm not sure what direction I'll go yet, but everybody's going to have to play a little bit more. The one thing Troy has really given us, board play. He's our leading rebounder. So he's done a tremendous job on the boards. A little disappointed with his turnovers, and so is he. But one thing he has given us is 7 rebounds a game. And so that'll be a huge hole to fill against a very big, physical Boise team.
They do look like they're kind of got some size, and a lot of juniors and seniors, Boise.
And they shoot the heck out of it, Steve. They're 42% from 3 and take more than we do. And we take a lot, and they take more than we do. So it is going to be a big challenge for us. If we were playing good and we had Troy Brown, this would be a big challenge. We're not playing particularly well, and we don't have Troy, so it's going to be a very difficult game for us. Very difficult.
You get a long home win streak. You got his motivation. With these guys, pride in that. You can't do this. That's where you
only a couple of them are a big part of that. So we try to tell the freshmen and that this is going on for a while, but without being a big part of it, I don't think it's the same. So
that small forward Hutchison of Boise State, good player. What do you do to stop that guy?
He's really athletic, really long. You know, he's getting to the rim really good. We're just going to have to do a good job. We have to move our feet. Defensively, we have not been in the good position. It's as much my fault as the players. I haven't put them in the right positions. I haven't made them pay enough attention to detail. When they're out of position and not where they're supposed to be, that's on them, but it's also on me. And so we just got to do a lot better job of bending our knees, fighting the dribble, quit fouling all the time. You know, we are fundamentally unsound. And, you know, that's our job, my job, you know, to improve that. And it probably won't make a big jump in 2 days practice, 3 days practice, but it is our challenge through the month of December to try to become a defensive team, you know, that can guard somebody.
Without Troy, he's kind of been Peyton's backup point guard. Who kind of handles the ball when
Elijah's going to have to handle it some, and you know, they're all going to have to do a better job handling the ball. You know, our turnovers have just come at really bad times. It's not like we're turning over that much for a young team, but man, if they come in bad times, you know, just trying to force things, most of them have been trying to create something off the dribble. You know, those are not good turnovers.
You mentioned Elijah. Just kind of what have you seen from him and Kyle? Just kind of
you know, they're adjusting also. You know, I was hoping the transition for them would be a little quicker and a little smoother, but they've struggled with the transition also. And so I'm sure hoping that they can get her going here a little bit better, because those two guys we're really counting on. But they've struggled a little bit more with adjustment than some of our former grad transfers. But in their defense, they were coming in, those other grad transfers were coming in with more experienced teams. You know, they're coming in with one guy who's played, you know, and so in fairness to them, this is a much tougher situation than a lot of our other grad transfers have come in with.
Is that something that, like, you know, playing together more with the guys will kind of fix?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, our inexperience and our lack of togetherness really showed in Portland. So I'm hoping that the more they play together, the more they practice together, you know, we'll continue to develop.
Over the years, zone, matchup zone have seemed to be really effective in the last few years. And how much is that harder to teach, and how much are you using that compared to over the other years?
That's a good question. It takes a lot of time to communicate on that and get the shifts, and you know, guys have to play together, you know, usually for it to really come together. We've tried it. It's not been good to us.
This year, you mean?
Yeah. In the past, you're right. It's been really good to us. But and I think it's something this team's got to do. But with our communication labs, I mean, and that's leadership and those vets, you know, talking and someone taking charge. You know, I mean, if you watched us in Portland, and even if you watch us in those first 4 home games, you saw how many defensive mistakes we're making, and a lot of them communication. 2 guys come together, both go one direction, and instead of making the proper switch and that. So again, we can get there, but I'm just disappointed that the progress hasn't been as quickly. And then again, I'd like to put some of that, but I'm disappointed in how hard we played, and there is no excuse for that. And again, that is as much on me as it is them. We pride ourselves. We have taken great pride in playing hard and being a team that competes. And I didn't feel like the team did a very good job there.
If you probably have the depth to do that, don't you? To play hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've played hard playing 7 guys. It doesn't matter, you know. And I'm very disappointed, and I think the guys are too. I mean, I just don't know how quickly we can get it changed. You know, it's not something you just turn on a light switch and okay, everybody's going hard and everything's fixed. You know, guys really got to commit to it for a while, and we got to get better habits, and communication habits have got to get better. The fundamentals have got to get better. I just hope we can take a big enough jump to give Boise State a game.